Hi, my name is LaShawn Welcher, and I want to thank you guys for your time today. I'm just here to talk to you a little about choosing a healthy alternative lifestyle than the American. American lifestyles today are killing us. Choosing to live in such an indulgent lifestyle is shortening our lifespans. The mixture of healthy eating mixed with exercise and changing personal habits can drastically change this. And as Americans, we are the most unhealthy country, with a whopping 60% of our population being overweight. We lead the list of countries as being the most overweight. Just this health issue alone contributes to our healthcare system, paying an average of $1,500 more with overweight Americans. And these statistics alone have pushed for the Board of Nutrition and Health to consider restricting away food with marketing towards people by making them aware of these health risks. And I believe that changing America's simple lifestyles into healthier options will drastically raise your life expectancy and make life better. About 1/3 of the population is considered overweight, leading in the numbers, with 72% of men being overweight or obese. And in the last couple of decades, you can see the family dynamics changing, where food is more readily available to everyone, so you just eat all the time. And no longer do we hunt to survive, we merely walk to a store where food is ready for us. And every store you go into typically has food. And I've noticed in this unhealthy culture that we're also obsessed with this weight loss and trying to stay fit, but at the same time we're consumed by the larger than normal food serving sizes, along with the media's influence to constantly reward yourself with food. By looking at our culture as a whole, being healthy is something you need to choose to do, or you'll be swept up in the masses of trying to stay happy and comfortable while taking in all these carbs and sugars. And I encourage everyone to take little steps to being healthier, and I've handed out these informational worksheets just to give you a little bit of information on how to stay fit and how to watch your food intake. And one of the big points that they're going to point out on here is eating healthier food and less sugary drinks. Americans are consuming these sugary beverages at a pace that has doubled since the 1970s. Our changing dynamics have made it so we eat foods that are high in fat and carbohydrates like French fries, hamburgers, donuts, anything that's basically easy to make and friable. And this makes our food intake of fried food extremely high, along with processed foods in general. Just choosing not to have meals like we do nowadays and eating prepackaged snack foods is causing this as well. Also, our need to socialize over food has made this an unhealthy habit. Choosing to eat as an activity rather as for nutrition is a way that America has replaced our healthy eating habits. Studies show that people are also choosing not to exercise instead of doing this during the leisure time, and also choosing just to sit around. And this is contributing to weight gain also in the United States. And where food is scarce in some cultures, in America, food is readily available almost everywhere we are. And like I said before, this leads to the overeating. And this is a trend that's been noticed by researchers, and as our obesity levels at about 2% per year, they're now trying to make this an issue that's known. And we have become the most gluttonous nation, and this is very evident if you take a look at anybody nowadays. I mean, you can tell by our pot bellies, anything like that, that we are just eating too much. And we need to start having more vegetables in our diet, whole grains and fruits, and replace these carbs and sugars. And we can start treating our body with the nutrients we deserve. The United States Board of Nutrition and Health have been looking at the obesity rates and how they've been increasing. And to shed some light on this issue, they do have a website that's www.nutrition.gov, and you can find several ways to help maintain a healthy lifestyle. And as I mentioned before, changing our daily intake of carbs and sugar will help lower the illnesses that are caused, such as diabetes, blood pressure, and so many of these issues, such as cardiovascular issues or hypertension, can be avoided by watching your diet alone. And as we consume over 14% of our calories from soda, and this is only second to white bread, which is also a huge staple in our diets, this has led to trying to keep the soft drinks out of schools and make sure that the marketing isn't misleading you by making them tell you how many calories are in that sandwich at McDonald's and stuff like that. Because they are misleading people into thinking that this is a natural healthy choice. And there are actual groups trying to get caffeine taxed like any other addictive substance, such as tobacco or alcohol. Because I think our culture depends on this substance like a staple of our unhealthy habits. Water is a much healthier alternative if you're going to find something to drink. And by avoiding this bad food and choosing to exercise, you can also lower your chances of obesity. And the third point I'm going to bring to you is to exercise more. Child obesity is on the rise, leading to the issue that this next generation of children may not outlive their parents. And becoming more active with your children, say playing tag instead of sitting in front of the TV, is just another way of choosing to teach your child positive ways to spend their time rather than wasting it. And diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, and asthma are all coming issues for children nowadays because of the lack of activity. Video games are becoming the new after-school activity, and I think this is a huge issue. And if you teach these children beforehand that these are positive behaviors, that you're going to help yourself and them become healthier. Exercise also leads to a healthier mental state. By changing the dynamics of how people eat and exercise, it's just another way to change the unhealthy habits of the American way. And the Board of Health and Nutrition also recommends a combination of healthy eating and exercise to fight against depression and other mental disorders. Exercise releases natural endorphins along with dopamine instead of the negative ones you get from, say, caffeine, sugar, anything like that. And it also shows that caffeine and tobacco are more addictive, and they trick your body into thinking that they're beneficial when they're really not. And exercise is a good way to replace these. And these suggestions are just some of the things I found illustrated on the websites I found regarding obesity, healthier lifestyle alternatives, and the benefits of being healthy. And I found choosing to be healthy is a win-win situation. You're going to live longer, you're going to feel better, and most importantly, you're going to be teaching other people by being a good example. And I just want to thank you for your time. Just know that choosing these healthy alternatives are going to be beneficial for everyone. And I hope that everyone is capable of being healthier, and it just takes a couple small steps in the right direction to get your life on track. I'd like to thank you for this time today. If you have any questions regarding the week sheets I've handed out to you, I will be available. Thank you for your time, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.